Fine. So in today's lecture, we will see decision making with the help of conditional operator. Okay. Before that, we saw how to do decision making with the help of if else, where you have only two decisions, true or false. So you use if else, and when you have multiple options and the value of a key has some integer or integer convertible values, then you use switch case. Okay. So in the end, we have the conditional operator. Now, first of all, we will see what is the syntax of conditional operator and how to do this. Okay. So first we will save this. So conditional operator, I will take conditional.c. Okay. So you have this conditional operator with us. I will save this file as conditional one or conditional syntax. Okay. Now, what I want to tell you is this is the syntax of conditional operator. Like we saw the syntax of if, where there was if and parentheses were there. So here you have the first part, second part, and third part. Three operands are there, and the operator is this question mark is called the conditional operator, and it has two parts. One part is this, and second part is this. Okay, so here you write the condition, okay, that you want to check. Fine. Here you write the true part, what you want to do when the condition is true, and here you do the false part, what you want to do when the condition is false. Okay, so it is like if only. In if we have, if there is a condition, then we have the true part, and with else we write the false part. Okay, so this is comparable to this particular part. Okay, this true part is comparable to this true part. Okay, and this condition is directly comparable to this part. Okay, and instead of if, we are using this condition conditional operator. Okay, now which particular problems you will solve with this conditional operator? Generally, which are single statements in true part and has single statement in false part. Okay, so those we will do with the help of conditional operator, and the end of this particular statement is done with the help of semicolon. Okay, now this is the basic syntax, means at you have to at least write this particular, you have to write this particular syntax. Okay, so I will now make it empty. This is your empty conditional operator syntax. Okay, now let us see which program we are going to make. Let us find out greater between two numbers. Okay, with the help of this conditional operator. Suppose we have two numbers I and j. Okay, and we have to find out greater between the two. Okay, do you remember this program we made in with the help of if else also? So we will write the condition is I is greater than j. Okay, so if this is the condition, this is going to give you two results, whether it is true or false. So depending upon the values of I and j, this particular operation would be true or false. So if it is true, what does it mean? If it is true, it means, so you will write a statement here. What does it means? That I is greater than j, or percent %d is greater than percent %d, and who is first percent %d? I. Who is second percent %d? j. Now see carefully, we are not going to write semicolon here. यहाँ पे कोई semicolon नहीं आता है, ठीक है? And what about the false condition? What is the false part? It means I is greater than j is false. It means j is greater than I. Okay? And you can ensure that equal values are also there. So you can write equal to also here. So if both are equal also, then even it is going to print that I is greater than j. Okay. So this is the simple conditional operator statement where you have written this condition. When this condition is true, this particular statement will run, and when this condition is false, then this particular statement will run. Any doubt in this? Okay, we will see more example. Now let us see one more example for this. With conditional, let us find out even or odd. Dot c. Okay, now we will write hash includes stdio dot h void main. Fine. So if I want to get whether the input integer is even or odd, so how to do this? We will take an integer n, okay, and let us suppose we take the value over here only. Fine, you can take this value from user also, but right now our main emphasis is to show you the how to do this with the help of conditional operator. Okay, now what is the condition that is put for the finding even or odd? That is n mod 2, and we will place question mark. Okay, is तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? n mod 2 question mark means whether n mod 2 is equal to 0, whether it is true or it is false. So true we will write here and false we will write here. Okay, so true part we will write here and false part right here. So what is the true part? In true part you can write printf, just place a parenthesis so that you don't miss any sentence. So printf, what we will write? Percent %d is even, because if the modulus operator by 2 gives you answer 0, it means percent %d is even, and who is percent %d here? N. Fine. And if what will be in the else part? Else part would be when the statement is false. Which statement? This statement is false, means modulus does not give you 0. It means percent %d is odd. Okay, and who is percent %d? N. Let us try to run this program. How we run this? Let's just see it. 8 is even. Okay, and if we give a odd number here, so it is giving 13 is odd. Okay, so in this way we create some programs. Okay, now let us move to one more program, greatest among three numbers. Now our objective is to find greatest among three numbers. Okay, so we will just take three numbers. Okay, suppose these are those three numbers, I, j, and k. Do you remember how we did it with the help of if else? First, we find out who is greater among these two, and then we compare it with the third one. Okay, now let us do it like that only. First, I will just remove this so that you can see the complete line. Okay, now see this. I is greater than j. Okay, so I will write this. First, we compare I with j and we place a question mark. Now, there will be a true part and there will be a false part. Okay, now when you come inside true part, I is greater than j, means in this true part, if we compare I with k, then our condition is solved. Okay, so I will just place a parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis compare I with k. Okay, and again this particular condition, this is again a condition, and this condition is going to give you again a true part and a false part. Okay, true part and a false part. Fine. So how we are going to do this? Let us just again come on the first line. See carefully. Okay, we will write I is greater than k. What does it mean? I is greater than j. If this is true, you compare with I is greater than k, and if this happens, it means printf person d is greatest. And who is person d here? कोई बता सकता है? Who will be person d here?
I.
I. Okay, so I would be greatest here. I will copy this statement because we have to write this statement again and again. Okay, now this is the true part. This is true part of which particular conditional operator? This conditional operator. Okay, this particular conditional operator, and this is true part of, this is true part of this conditional operator. Okay, now what is the false condition of this particular thing? If this condition is false, it means I should give space so that you are able to see it properly. Fine. So this belongs to this. Okay. Now what is the false part? This would be the false part, that k is the greatest. Okay. तो एक बार वापस से देख लो. If I is greater than j and we check this condition, so if this condition is true, we will compare I with k, and if I is greater than k, it means I is greatest, and if not, I is less than j, it means k is greatest. Okay, so you can do with greater than and equal to also. Fine. Now what will happen if this condition is false? So for this particular condition, we will write now the false statement. So can I copy this? I can copy this complete expression and I will write over here. Okay. But what will be the changes? I is greater than J is false. It means J is greater than I. So we have to check now. J is greater than K. If J is greater than K, means who is greatest? J is greatest. And if this condition is false, it means K is greatest. Okay. So this gives you your complete conditional expression, and this is called nesting of conditional operator. We saw nesting of if, here this is nesting of conditional operator. So this is nesting 1, this is nesting 2, and this is the outer. This is completely outer if, outer conditional operator. Okay. So similarly, you can compare with 4 variables also. Okay. So I'm not going to write here. That is, I have left for your practice only. Okay. So first you will do your practice, then we will do in case doubts remain. Okay. So for comparing 4, you will take one more variable. Suppose you take m equals to 8 or m equals to uh, 3. Okay. And then what will you do? You will first compare I with J, pair I with K, and then I with, in this nesting there will be one more nesting where you will compare I with M also. Okay. So on the basis of that, you just try to do 4. Okay. First you do that particular question where in if else I have asked you to find out the greatest number among 4. Okay. First you do it with the help of if else. Then once you complete it with the help of if else and you understand the concept, then you come and do the same question with the help of conditional operator. Okay. So there is no difference between if else and conditional operator, but conditional operator we use when there is generally one statement, because inside there semicolon is not allowed. This semicolon is not allowed, so you cannot write multiple statements. Fine. So whenever you have single statement in true and false, then you prefer to choose conditional operator. Okay. So this is one of the important operator that we need to see. And submit those questions. Then if you have any doubt, you can ping me on WhatsApp or whatever source, so that you can complete the practice. Okay. So let me stop the recording once.